Hey guys, it's Izzy Busy, and welcome back to Hulk. I hate the lighting in my house. Today I will be reading the Thursday Murder Clubs. I said that wrong. Today I will be reading the Thursday Murders Club, and as I'm reading it, I'm gonna get you guys in on the experience with me, you feel me? I'll be honest with you guys. I did read a little bit, but we're gonna get to that in a bit. Yeah, but I hope you guys are ready to cry. No, let me stop. But yeah, it is, in my personal experience, a book like this makes me kind of teary-eyed because it's about elderly people. It's something that's a very touching subject in some ways. It's because you're at the end of your life. Yeah, I'll just get back to you. Hi, hello, I don't want to overwhelm you all, so let's just start from the beginning. Oh my gosh, this is just to die for. I'm the funniest person I know. This book is about senior citizens who live in a retirement home, a retirement community per se, I'm pretty sure. Now, there are certain dialogues, what's the word I'm looking for? The thing that House of Leaves has. The two different, what is it called? What does House of Leaves have? It's on the tip of my tongue. It is on the tip of my tongue. Let's just call it perspectives for now until I can find the word. Now, this has a diary perspective it begins off with a diary perspective from a woman named Joyce, she's an elderly woman. This isn't the only perspective in the book. There's a general perspective. It's this general perspective to Joyce's perspective. It varies from time to time. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna say 4 members in the Thursday Murder Club so far. It's basically, they sit in the jigsaw room in their retirement home, and they just talk about cases. They don't do anything about it. They just talk about it until one day they become interlooped with one that they get tossed into, or kind of toss themselves into. Now, the 4 members of the Thursday Murder Club are Elizabeth, Joyce, Ibrahim, and Ron. Sorry, my cat just banged my camera down, so whole new thing we got going on here. Not really that new. Okay. Personally, I'm a big fan of Ron. Funny guy. I love Ron and Elizabeth the most so far because they're the funniest, in my opinion. They're basically a bunch of unlikely friends, an unorthodox group of old people, and they just come together and they try to figure out this case of, let me explain what happened. Tony, the guy who built the retirement home, his name is Tony. Not everyone likes Tony. Owner of the retirement home, which is Ian. His name is Ian. Now, Ian was going to go fire Tony, and Ian did fire Tony, but Ian's thinking, Tony's literally going to kill me because I fired him. Now, I'm not too sure why the word killed was being thrown around so much, because it comes to a point where you don't even know if they're just saying oh, he's gonna kill me, or oh, he's going to kill me, actually kill me. Tony comes home, and this is after he's gets fired from Ian, comes home, and he's thinking of a way to kill Ian. Guess they meant it literally. I guess he was going to quite literally kill Ian. Because maybe he's insane or some shit. I don't know. A lot of questions were not answered. But he's sitting at home, he's plotting away in his head to kill Ian because it literally states that he can't find a pen or paper. As he's doing that, a wrench, and they call it something different because it's written by someone who comes from Britain. It's a wrench, basically. It's thrown at his head and he is killed. By who? We don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, fear not, for I have wrote a list of suspects as to who I think could have committed the crime. In my first suspect, because I'm not done yet. I'm only on chapter 13. My first, number 1 suspect is Ron's son. My favorite character, son. Now, Ron is a very funny guy. Ron is the type of guy that he's very, very animated. I guess you could say he's very animated, and he's a character. He's definitely a character. He likes to pick a fight. He's a really, like, you know, he's an old guy, basically, a really funny old guy, and he doesn't even mean to be in sometimes, like, he just does it. He's just a good character. And then there's Elizabeth, who's, like, right up that alley as well, but she's more of, like, everyone knows her. Everyone knows Elizabeth, so it's like, she's the one who started the Thursday Murders Club, and
you are dead to me, 'cause what you said to me cut so deep, and now you're dead to me. Dead to me, you were a friend to me, but I put you to sleep, and now you're dead to me.
yes, so I think that Jason has something to do with the murders. I kind of just left off on the part where now the group of 4 is finding out that Tony's dead. They're like, holy crap, this is someone we actually know. We might just be involved in this. And Elizabeth kind of involves the gang into it. Like, she just invites herself, which is good. It's good for the story. I like how that happens. It's very entertaining to see, like, how she just jumps on it. So Ibrahim, one of the characters in the Thursday Murder Club, is a retired psychiatrist, so he's very useful when it comes to being in the Thursday Murder Club by just, like, talking about, like, what the backstory could have been behind cases and whatnot, because he was a psychiatrist. So now Elizabeth consults him first. So now there's this theme, not even in books, like in the common world, that how if you're elderly, you're not as interesting anymore because your life isn't as lively. It's the stereotype, and it's mostly true. I mean, for some people, for most people, but at the same time, this book kind of takes that and gives it a little light, because Elizabeth comes up to Ibrahim and talks about how they have a real life case that they can be in the middle of. Technically, that's what she says. And at the end of the chapter, it says, it felt good for him to be needed. Like, when he's needed, that feels good to him, because, you know, he's old now, so it feels like he can't do anything. It's insane, because in the next chapter, Joyce was writing in her diary about Tony being dead, and she talks about how Elizabeth asked her to keep her phone on for updates, and this also brings back, like, the recurring, like, factor that old people aren't needed anymore, and it really brings it to light in that chapter by Joyce telling the reader, I become someone who, and I quote, become someone who needs to put their mobile phone on, or something like that. But it's super sweet to, like, think about, because it's like, oh my god, they feel important, and this is good, because it's like, elderly people should feel important. I feel like they're still people, you know what I mean? They're not just, like, objects. They're not people that just sit around and do nothing all day. Like, they can have a life too. And I'm really glad that that kind of bittersweet fact is in this book. Like, that bittersweet, the just knowledge of knowing. Like, it doesn't even have to be said. Like, there's 2, like, sentences in each of the chapters that, like, really make it known, and it's, like, unsaid. I did make an update. I just saw my friend do a vlog, so now I got motivated to record again. I'm babysitting right now. But, okay, I'm going to do an update when I can. The book, I read a little more, and I added a few more bookmarks, but then I lost my bookmarks, my, like, tabs. Like, I lost all of my tabs, and now I don't know what to do. So now... Stop.